What's going on, everybody? Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Before we hop into this commentary, got to thank Thunder for hooking me up with yet another spot on this channel. Seriously, it means the absolute world to me. If you guys haven't already, make sure you go ahead and check out Thunder's main channel, 402 Thunder 402. That's where he posts all of his main content. But also, if you're new to this channel as well, you can always subscribe here if you do enjoy seeing some community posted content as well. But playing Modern Warfare is really rough lately. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like every single match, because of the skill-based matchmaking, is an absolute sweat fest. It's absolutely absurd with how sweaty I have to get some clips for this game, or just to have an enjoyable experience with this game. I mean, a lot of people always say, well, no, you are a sweat. So why are you complaining about skill-based matchmaking? It's doing its job by keeping, us away from you. But every match isn't like this, I suffer constantly. I constantly get my butt kicked in multiple lobbies. It's just a luck factor in this game when you finally do luck out and you do get one of those good lobbies where you can finally have a little bit of fun. But that's not very often in Modern Warfare. I would say 9 times out of 10 you're versing a bunch of lobbies of your similar skill level because of the skill-based matchmaking. And a lot of people like this. A lot of people enjoy being able to verse the same type of competition. But to me personally, I don't think you learn from that. I don't think you personally grow from versing yourself 24/7. You need to see someone who is better than you in order to improve. That's how a lot of other people have learned to become better players. All the techniques I use, all the weapons I use, the map knowledge I have, the movement styles I have, everything down to the T is from seeing someone else who kicked my butt. And then I am trying to imitate what they did to me. That's how all my techniques have formed, and it's the same thing for a lot of other players, not just Call of Duty players, but any FPS game or any game in general that's competitive. If you verse someone who's beating you up pretty harshly, you're going to want to use those same techniques because they effectively beat you, so you will use them to effectively beat other people as well. But if you're versing the same style of people who use the same exact techniques as you, who use the same exact guns, who don't go anywhere around the map, what are you learning? What are you trying to improve on in this game? The only things that I can see to help me improve with Modern Warfare is camping. That's all people do. When I die, it's from a camper. So what does that teach people? What does that tell people how to play Modern Warfare? When they continuously die from campers, the first thing they think is, oh, well, if that's how they're getting kills, that's how I need to get kills too. It's a chain reaction. And now Modern Warfare is probably one of the most campiest games you'll ever see, ever made in history. All because that's the most effective strat. There's barely any other strats that you see, and all the skilled players, the majority of them, the ones who are even dropping nukes, they're not really playing objective, they mostly just play ground war, hold down one simple location, and just kill people who are continuously flooding in. Easy kills. Camping is just such an easy, effective strat in Modern Warfare. It's just, why would you want to do anything else in this game? But I seriously think skill-based matchmaking has something massive, has a huge impact on why people do camp and why camping is the main meta of this game. When you're versing people who are your similar skill level, especially if you yourself are a very good player, you notice that a lot of other good players are going to camp. Instead of versing a bunch of noobs where you can run and gun, where you can run around the lobby and dominate players, and then they, the noobs, see you play like that, and then they want to run and gun and run around and get better and use those techniques that you were using, they don't see that. The noobs just see what the noobs do, and they continue to be noobs. They're never going to improve if they just keep versing the same horrible players. It's not going to help them or benefit them in any type of way. And when they do get better, when they do finally, upgrade from noob to just a casual Call of Duty player, they're not going to be granted with anything different because that's just the meta of the game. They're going to continuously see that as they go up, and they're just going to get knocked straight back down into noob territory. They're never going to be able to improve. They're never going to be able to become a better player that way because they're always going to run up against the same exact cheese. Noobs will camp, casual players will camp, and good players will camp. It's the meta of the game. I've also seen tons of complaints about Apex Legends as well, with them implementing skill-based matchmaking too. What's going on? Why do all these developers out of nowhere think that skill-based matchmaking is the best thing ever invented? Why do they think that we want to sweat every single game that we play? Gaming never used to be that way. Gaming is casual. You just hop on, you connect into a lobby, whether it's good players or bad players on your team, or good players or bad players that you're versing, it doesn't matter. You're just playing to play. You're having fun playing the video game. If I want these sweaty practices, I would go to a ranked playlist where people are playing to be competitive, where people are playing to, try to win and stuff like that. But in these casual game modes, this skill-based matchmaking needs to be toned down. It needs to drastically be toned down. I promise you, if they were to do that, Modern Warfare would change drastically. We would see a huge change in meta and flow. Now, of course, it wouldn't completely fix things, not at all. They still have a lot of work to do between the hit detection, the netcode, the lag issues, the way Ghost doesn't work. Why does Ghost do that? You should be forced to run in order for Ghost to work. Why would they take like 50 steps back when they were already in a good place? It's not logical. So yes, there's other things that are going to hold Call of Duty Modern Warfare back. So obviously, until the devs finally jump and act on all the other things, the game will not be good. But definitely, if they tone down skill-based matchmaking, that'll be a great step in the right direction. I know, I'm probably going to get so much hate for making this video because I do see it all the time where people are just saying, I'm complaining because I just want to pub stomp a bunch of noobs. I'm just complaining because I want to, destroy lobbies. But that's not the fact. The point I'm trying to make here is I'm just so tired of sweating. I don't hop on to, get into sweat fests. People consider me a sweat, but I'm not sweating when I'm playing these games. I'm just hopping on and playing the game, just like any other person hops on and plays the game. There's always going to be a level of skill-based matchmaking. In every single game, there's just always going to be skill-based matchmaking. But in Modern Warfare, it is thick. It is laid out so heavy. And if you watched videos by 402 Thunder 402 as well, he's actually talked about the skill-based matchmaking, their patent that they have on it. It's so complicated, I don't even understand it. They make it so complex. For what reason? At the end of the day, it's just a video game. Skill-based matchmaking doesn't have to be this hefty just to protect the other players' experiences. It's a video game. They'll rage, they'll get angry, they'll hop off, and then by the next day they'll be cooled off and they'll probably play again. Just because they got smacked doesn't mean they're going to go run away from this game. None of the OG players did. Did we? No. No, we got smacked and we got better. That's just how it goes. But if you keep protecting these players and you keep making them verse themselves, they're just not going to improve. They will not improve. Maybe in Apex Legends, it's a little thick right now, I think. They could probably tone it down a little bit more, but at least in Apex Legends, there's strats that the good players use to become better at the game. So if you do have some pretty thick skill-based matchmaking and you are versing some skilled players, at least when you get beat in Apex Legends, you learn something. But Modern Warfare, you don't learn anything when you get beat in this game. It's the same strats. You camp, you get a nice angle, or you mount your gun so you have no recoil. It's as easy as that. There's nothing else to learn. There's no other techniques. This is the most bland FPS game I've ever played. There really is no, elite strategies to becoming a better player. The best way to become a better player is to wait for the enemy. The time to kill is way too fast to ever try to outgun an enemy that's, already on a head glitch. Once they have you in their lines of sight, you're pretty much done. Unless they're a complete bot and they can't aim whatsoever, you're done. You're not going to survive it. But please do me a huge favor and go ahead down in the comments section and let me know how you guys feel about skill-based matchmaking. I know this is a pretty hot topic in the Call of Duty community and just in the gaming community in general. People have some mixed emotions about it. Some people love it, some people hate it, and there's good reasons for both sides. But please go ahead down in the comments section and let me know how you guys feel about skill-based matchmaking. Do you think it should be this thick in Modern Warfare? Do you think it should be skill-based matchmaking at all? Or do you think it should be like a mild bit of skill-based matchmaking? Every once in a while, mix it in with a bunch of sweats, then give you some bot lobbies. I think it's a nice in-between section they can have for this game. But they just got to do it. Instead of, having such a massive ego and trying to hold on to their vision of this game, they need to change it. They need to change it for the better. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. It really does mean the world to me. And once again, thank you, Thunder, so much for hooking me up with another spot. Obviously, I can't thank you enough for helping me out with my channel and all the ways that you have. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to him, 402 Thunder 402. If you enjoyed my commentary, you can always subscribe to me, J-Bone the Man, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.